and it squirts them, and everyone kind of giggles. And you see them run into clowns from your parents' show, and and they things, you know, things turn ugly, and the clowns are getting ready to brawl. Like you can see that, like clowns from rival shows do not get along. They just do not. We haven't had the clowns enough.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you
Clown
don't
gangs.
mix the hands.
Yeah. One of them takes one of the a silent clown from your parents' show, who you remember, takes the flyer from your show and crumples it up and hands them another one, and then eats it, and then like pretends it like is giving them indigestion, and then like vomits confetti. And the other clowns are like, no. Is Apple just gonna let it happen, or is she gonna...
I think it goes over, like gets between. It's like, Stretch, that was not polite.
Yeah, he Stretch honks their nose twice, appreciatively, because they do not Stretch doesn't talk while in makeup anyway, and wipes confetti from the corner of his mouth, and then like in a magic flurry, has a cupcake with a lit candle in it, from up his sleeve, and gives it to you.
Thank you. You remembered. She
gives
him a hug.
Yeah. I think yes, Stretch is 7'3", and so like it's a you grab, your cheek comes up to their belt buckle, but they put their hand on your shoulder and give it a good tap, and one of the clowns from your current show says, Apple, we can't just let them. I mean, happy birthday and all, but we can't.
I like motion to Stretch to hand me one of his flyers, and I used a lit candle to light it on fire. There, now you're even. Happy?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that'll do.
You really wanted to fight.
Yeah, I know.
We can't let that go.
They do not.
Clown
They do
brawls.
not like that.
You don't want to see clown brawls. It gets like rubber chickens go flying everywhere. It's just weird.
I'm imagining like two mimes trying to fight, but they never make contact in any way.
Right. Yes. They just, until one of them eventually is hemmed into a box they can't get out of. Yeah. Totally.
It's like watching professional wrestling without the actual fighting.
Yeah. Love it. Cool. Yeah. Do you is Apple Moon Miss going to visit her parents, or is she gonna...
I think she's planning on seeing them after the show. Like she still has stuff to do with her show and jobs. Yeah. Even if it's her birthday, still a job.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Black Rasp, is there something about Appleton that's giving you a gitchy feeling, or how are you feeling about the town?
I think the town is fine. It's the time of year.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so I think again, looking at my winter list, one of the things that stands out to me is I become unapproachable.
Oh,
and for whatever reason, I have brass knuckles in the winter that I don't have in the summer. So I think he becomes kind of cranky, kind of irritable this time of, and he's not there yet. But I think he's thinking about it, right? This is the direction things are going, right?
Yeah.
And so, I think he's a little irritable, a little cranky, a little melancholy.
Okay. Cool. Love it. Kimball Dorn, you see the new kid, who I think hasn't taken a new name yet. Usually, you kind of take a traveling name.
Yeah, because I actually went down as Timble.
What's that?
Timble is the name I had for him before.
Yeah. He is doing what you used to do. He is absolutely shirking work and dragging his feet and doing next to nothing. And he's been given some important things to do.
Uh-huh.
What do you think?
I think it's time to put the fear of Kimbledorn into him.
Nice. Tell me. I feel like there's a move there.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
or do you want to size him up?
Oh yeah, maybe it's size. Yeah, maybe I get an idea of what's he.
Cool.
Yeah, size up. So it's just a straight 2d6 for me. Well, that's a miss.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah, so maybe I'm standing nearby trying to.
Yeah. So I think he gets a read on you too. Like he sees you looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a former card sheet, so he's good at sizing people up. Yeah. But you can totally ask one question, and he'll ask one in return.
I want to know where he's confident and where he's uncertain.
He is confident in his ability to tell lies and work cons. He is not confident in an honest day's work and how his ability to work on something and then see a result.
Sure.
That actually has a tangible meaning for him.
Gotcha.
That is interesting. What do you hope will happen here, and what do you fear, and how prepared are you for each?
Oh, interesting. What I hope is that I'm able to maybe give him some confidence and get him to try an honest day's work.
Yeah.
What I fear is that he's never going to change, and then he's going to end up because we kind of had that recruitment talk where I was like, if you ever steal or cheat me, you're out, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's my fear, is that that's going to happen, and I'm going to have to make good on my threat to kick him out.
Yeah.
And we know that the what was the wolf guy,
Winter Wolf.
The
Winter Wolf, yes.
Possibly still out there, and if he's not in the troop, I can't really protect him.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Sounds good. Yeah, you see him walk up to the princess, the apple princess of the festival, and kiss her hand and take her ring.
Oh,
as he does it.
Interesting.
And she blushes, and he gives her a flower and a flyer from the traveling show, and says, gives her a wink, a debonair wink, and says, "I hope to see you there."
Interesting. I am going to. Interesting, because it's not really because like my first thought is like I have my distract someone with tricks and visions that lets me make something disappear from someone's hand.
Right. I mean, yeah, you could totally take the ring out from him. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, assuming I roll well.
Yeah.
+2. There we go. Boxcars.
I think that's the first. I think that roll that you just had might be the first failure in like at least a game and a half.
Yeah.
If we've had any in this entire thing.
It's really like I get to choose 3 things, which is
cool.
a lot.
Yeah. Tell me what kind of things.
So I'm definitely going to make the ring disappear from. I already forgot what the kid's name was. Timble. Make the Timble disappear from his hand and just reappear back on the princess's hand like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
That she won't notice, presumably. And then I would also, you know what? I think he maybe still needs to be scared a little bit. So summon a vision in the air of something beautiful, terrible, whimsical, or sentimental. The Winter Wolf.
Yeah.
Bearing down on Timble. And I don't think I need any of the other options. Nothing else really matters.
Yeah.
I think that's good enough. And then on any hit, no one who can watch my tricks can pay attention to anything else.
Cool. Yeah, I think he sees the Winter Wolf and like recoils in horror and like backs into a kid with a plate of chili.
Yep.
And gets it right down his front.
And I think before like too much chaos starts, like I'll be there kind of like right behind him, put a hand on his shoulder, stop him.
Yeah. He like goes to like take the ring and like flip it like a coin and gets a look on his face says, "You got to teach me how you do that." Like I think like he looks back and sees it on her finger and says, "You got to teach me how you do that, Dumbledore. Come on now."
No, absolutely not.
You know what I said? I didn't take from anyone in the circus. This is a local.
You're walking a fine line. I think we need to have a talk.
All right, let's talk.
I think I want to try opening up to him.
Yeah, awesome. Love it.
Maybe I can. Ooh, I'm not good at this. Okay, that's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I got a 9. It's fine.
That's respectable.
That's reasonable. So I get to choose one.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to confide in them and kind of sort of like what happened in like circling back around to the first session of like, you know, I used to be where he is and like not sure about my place in the circus and not putting forth any real work because I didn't know what I wanted and you know, kind of tell the story of sort of my companions and how, you know, events in the circus kind of showed me that it's not about, you know, being confident. It's just about, you know, believing in yourself and that, you know, the confidence comes later. Everybody's here to put on a good show and work together. And we're all a safety net of sorts.
Yeah. All right. I'll go do what needs doing.
Maybe I'll teach you some tricks later.
Thanks, Dumbledore. Yeah, I think he
give him a little bit of me.
Oh, totally. Yeah. He is totally excited for that. And cool. Yeah, I think there was something wrong with the apple harvest this year. Is the other thing that I think you folks are noticing. And so they could not hire enough. They could not hire all the apple pickers that they usually do. And so a lot of families are kind of in trouble. A lot more busking, a little bit of panhandling, you know, a lot of kind of creative panhandling of like, you know, running up to someone with an empty bag and be like, "You got to give me money so I can buy some spices to put on this chicken. This chicken is out of control," and that kind of thing. But like, yeah, you're seeing it kind of more than you usually do in Appleton. So yeah, that's kind of I think what y'all are seeing as you settle in. Black Rasp, I mean, as you get grumpy, or is there anything in Appleton that like makes you that you kind of want to go see just to kind of hold on to your summer aspect a little bit? Or are you just mired in it Are you done?
No. So yeah, I think maybe he's looking for that something. I don't know what it would be yet, but I think it's a thing. You know when you see it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's looking for the thing that's going to carry him through winter.
Cool. It sounds like you're sniffing the wind.
I like it. Yes. Dun, 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 sniffing the wind. 2d6 plus.
It's actually like the play is the plus. Like they don't have stats.
I just roll it.
Well, you should have a stat for sniff the wind.
Yep.
Yeah, on your character sheet in the middle. The plays.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yes. 1. Yes. All right. I was looking at the wrong place. Sorry. All right. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. That's crazy. I got an 11. Look at that. I got 10 on the dice plus 1 is an 11.
Y'all are lying. Y'all are lying about your dice.
Lying. Everybody's lying.
I see.
So that's how it's going to be.
I'm not saying it's a lot about me. It's statistically improbable. But I mean, it's not. It might not be lying. Yeah.
Getting 3 criticals in Forged in the Dark.
That is very true, but that was digitally. Like, there's nothing I can do.
That's right. Everybody can see that.
That's digital truth, man. Yeah. No, I'm totally joking. I think it's great. Yeah. Ask 2 questions.
What's here that I haven't yet seen?
Yeah, you haven't yet seen the scarecrows. Like, they gather here every year.
Oh.
And you know that they're out there, and you have to assume that they're watching you, but you haven't caught a glimmer of them yet. Yeah.
All right. And scarecrows. And if I trust my nose to lead me to the heart of this, where would it take me next?
Nice. Do you want the heart of the town? Do you want the heart of the scarecrows? What are you thinking?
I think if I'm wandering and I'm sniffing the wind, the heart of the last bit of summer.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's here somewhere in Apple.
Yeah. Wow. That's so good. I might need a moment.
I was going to say, I'll let you come back to that. That's all right.
Yeah. The heart of the last bit of summer. My goodness. That is great.
I'll let you cut away. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm going to cut away from that. We will come back to you standing in front of it. But I'll definitely need a moment. Definitely. Cool. Anything special about the show this week, Apple, for the birthday show? Or you had Fire a couple weeks ago, and I don't know if there's anything.
So I mean, this is like the last set of shows, right?
Right.
For the season, so it's probably like a little bigger, a little bolder, a little lots more flourishes. We've got the routines down pat, so it's hopefully running smoother and so it's
Is it a little boring?
Pushing it. No, it's not boring, but so we're pushing that, we're trying not to be rest on our laurels, so we're pushing ourselves a little further.
Okay. What's the thing? Is there what's the part of the show that is right on that bleeding edge that might not work? Is there that?
I think there's a 2-person act with me and somebody, one of the clowns probably.
Yeah.
That we've just been it's at the beginning of the season we were juggling balls. Now we're up to juggling knives and occasionally tossing a sword or something in there.
Yeah, love it.
So it's a little risky.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and it's not working, right? You're rehearsing and you're using you're using the blunt swords and the blunt knives, and because they're weighted the same, but they're not sharpened, so you don't have to throw them into wood to show the crowd, oh no, this is real. And yeah, the clown, Old Star is not getting it. And that Stretch is the one who taught you how to do this stuff. And yeah, but Old Star ain't getting it. And I think Old Star is like, is a pretty young clown, and it was probably one of the clowns bristling the most at the other clowns, vomiting confetti at them, and
disrespect.
Yeah, they are their head is not in it, or something, like either their head's not in it because they're still angry, or they just don't have the timing down, and they just, I think Old Star just cusses and says, I am sorry, Apple. Let's give it one more try tonight. I'll get it. I'll get it. We'll. I don't want to go back to pins. I want to stick to the swords and knives. This is good stuff. This is going to have people out of their seat.
If you screw up, I'm going to get stabbed, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know that.
And if I get stabbed on my birthday, I'm going to be cranky, right?
Yeah, I don't want that either. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're confronting someone.
All right.
You're confronting them with a hard truth.
That's a 0. That is a 7.
All right.
Just barely.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Why am I not? Oh, they confront someone. They don't want to back down or force your hand. They can try to prevaricate, mollify you, explain, bargain, or justify themselves instead. Yeah, I mean, I think he just continues with that same stuff that I was saying before about like, hey, I'll get it. I just need some time. I'll work. I'll work after dinner, and I'll have this ready by the show, before the show starts. Definitely.
Take a breather. Go get a drink. Get some food. Take a break. Relax. You can do this. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Don't get me stabbed.
Sounds good. Yeah, they nod. Old Star nods and says, "Yeah, I just need a little food. I'll bring it together." Cool. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Jay? Is it love? Does Black Rasp see someone? And if so, is it someone they knew from before? Is it an old flame, or is it a new flame? Is it just like?
Maybe it's an old flame.
Old flame? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like
it's an old flame?
Is this a bird who is walking, who is pretending to be human?
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you see your old flame, who is this badass swan who always thought humans were so interesting, and yeah, you see her get out of a carriage and, you know, your heart still skips a beat, just like it was the old days. And she hasn't seen you yet. And getting out of the other side of the carriage is her husband, Red, who is
That's all right. I got brass knuckles. It's fine.
It's fine. And they're going into like the nicest house in town, right? It's like on a hill. It's got a little carriage house in the back, and a you know, a separate servants' quarters, and yeah, I think, you know, she's wearing a you know, she's a black swan, so she's wearing a kind of a black cape like she always did because she was pretty dramatic. And do you just watch her? Do you know, go up and introduce yourself? What do you do as she's walking up toward as she's like, you know, threads arms with her husband and walks into the house?
I watch from a distance.
Yeah.
And then I think my intent is after they've gone into the house, and you folks are more than welcome to X-Card. I don't want to be creepy, but I want to see, right?
Yeah.
What they're doing, what's going on in there. What does happy look like, right? Are they happy? That's what I want to see, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're not. I'm not gonna you know, let's not but there is a really good move. I think you're sizing someone up, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, make a roll. Let's make a roll and size someone up and see exactly what's going on with her and maybe what's going on with you.
All right. Is that to draw them out? Oh no, nope. There it is. Size them up. I see it.
Yep.
Whew, it took me a minute.
Yep.
I have the wrong glasses on. I have a +1 at this.
All right.
And that +1 is not enough.
Oh, no.
I rolled a 5. That makes me a 6.
All right. So I think you're like trying to see in, and you're gonna have to trespass on the property to get closer. It's it's a big walled house,
right?
And I think you like didn't realize how far it went.
Right.
And there is, I think there are some, like, it's got unusual security measures. I think there's a watchman and some dogs. And so my question to you is, how far are you prepared to go?
All the way, baby. I want to see. I trespass.
All right.
As the kids say less.
Do you have any kind of move for that, or?
Only when I'm busted, I will.
Okay. Yeah, I think, you had, tell me what you do. Like, what do you do to get in there?
So being a feathered cloak, I'm assuming I have some amount of flight.
Right.
And maybe that helps me get over obstacles to get closer.
Nice. Cool.
But really, I want to get close to a window so I can look in and see what's going on. Right.
Yeah.
Any window, right? Maybe I'm going window to window, following them throughout the house. I want to see, right? And it's not it's deconstructing what does happy look like, right? Not is she happy? Maybe I could, right? It's are they happy, and what does that look like?
Yeah, cool. So you're flying over this wrought iron fence and weather the storm. Let's see how this goes for you.
Nice. I have a +1 at this also. All right, that's better. I have a 9 total.
Okay.
At weathering the storm.
Cool. Choose one or two. Calm enough, fearless enough, patient enough, quick enough, strong enough.
I think I'm patient enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm patient enough.
Cool. Yeah, you see her having dinner with her husband, and she and he says something like, it's a shame seeing the families, seeing people, begging for money at the festival. You would think people would have more pride than that. And she says, they're just trying to survive. And he says, yeah, but there are other ways. There's always other options. And she says, there are other options for hiring people at the orchard too. You could have hired more. These are people who keep your business going. And I think like he puts the, he kind of like, there's a hard clank as he drops his fork and says, they're also the people who pay for your cloaks, miss. I think she like takes her napkin and wipes her mouth, says, I'll be done for dinner. I'll be retiring. And he says, why don't you do that? Collect yourself.
Ooh.
Rough.
And yeah, she goes upstairs. I think she kind of goes up to a kind of a roof gallery and kind of spreads her wings a little bit, and stops pretending to be human, and is more like where you see Black Rasp most of the time, kind of in between.
Yeah.
And lets some of her feathers show, and her temper. You're surprised that guy didn't get clubbed.
Because swans are mean.
Swans are mean. And are you there when she gets there?
Yeah, I think I will. Yes, I will get up to the balcony.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I think she looks down and sees you on the balcony and just shakes her head and says, it's that time of year, I guess. You're here, Black Rasp, huh?
I am. Why isn't he picking his jaw up off the floor? And some teeth? Maybe an eyeball or two? Have you lost your touch?
Maybe I've grown up a little.
Or you've become too human.
Oh, shit.
Why are you picking your drop off floor?
Yeah. I think she takes like she's, when geese make that move and they're coming for you.
Yeah.
She's coming for you.
Yeah.
I think she hisses and starts walking. What do you do as she comes at you?
I make her blink. When you make someone blink, roll.
What do you do to make her blink?
So I think it's a playful tag kind of thing, right? So I think I spread my wings out and then I make like I'm running around the balcony, kind of, or make her work for it, right?
Right.
Turning it into a game.
Right. Cool. This sounds like a cool move. I'm curious to see where this goes. Do it.
All right. I have +2 in making them blink. Woo! And it's not enough. You have cursed me, Judd. I have a 6.
Oh no!
Yeah. Right. It doesn't say anything. Hang on. Wait. On a miss, ask the MC what goes wrong. They might have you choose one anyway, but be prepared for the worst. Perhaps they've been on to you all along.
What are the ones? What are the ones that are choices? Like, what are your choices for?
Sure. They thought you were one place, but no, you're someplace else.
Right.
They thought they were ready, but no, you caught them off guard. They thought they were paying attention, but no, their attention wandered. They thought they had something well in hand, but no, they've lost their grip on it. For a second, they thought they saw something starting, and it leaves them uncertain. You really do something, or they really see something, and it leaves them astonished.
All right. Pick the thing that you do before she grabs you and kisses you.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I think they thought I was one place, but I was someplace else.
Right.
Because I was trying to just keep her moving around.
Yeah.
But tag game.
Yep. Cool. I think it ends in a very angry kiss that is probably pretty familiar to you from when you were in a relationship with her.
Right.
I think we'll cut there. When we cut back, like, I don't think you two are naked, but I think your cloaks are hung up and your birds, right? And
right.
And then we'll cut back from there. I don't want to get too weird.
Too weird.
Yeah. Too late.
That's right. This is a family show.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know what happened. We cut away, but
we'll see the birds and the bees.
Right.
That's where the honey comes from.
Yeah,
that's right. And now I have honey cakes for the winter.
That's amazing.
Oh boy.
Too late.
Kimbledorn?
Yep.
The eldest of the clowns comes to you,
okay,
and says, Kimbledorn, you got to do something. Apple and Old Star are trying to get that sword and knife juggling down, and it's not working. They should have had a safe run through by now, and neither of them has the. What's that?
You don't think they can handle it?
I'm watching them. They haven't handled it yet. They're going to do what? They're going to do their first or second safe run through at the show tomorrow with live blades.
All right, I'll talk to him. Then I'll go try to track down Apple and Old Star.
Yeah, I think you definitely run into Apple. Where's Apple when Kimbledorn finds them? Your mic is off. Misha, your mic is off.
I think this might be when she's visiting her parents. Like her
awesome.
Or her parents have come to say hi.
Oh shit! Nice. Tell me about her parents. Like, what do they? Tell me something about each of them.
So I think mom is like an aerial silks person.
Yeah.
And dad was like a tightrope walker.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. People who have been, making a life with their bodies, their whole lives. They're these kind of, I picture them kind of lithe and not lithe, but like, muscular but wiry. Yeah. They are warmly hugging Moon Mist hello and asking her about what she's working on and Kimbledorn, that's where you find her, wishing her a happy birthday. I think your mom gives you like a finely wrapped box. That's a gift she tells you not to open until the day. And yeah, that's where you find them, Kimbledorn.
Ooh, now I'm torn. Do I interrupt this moment, or do I? What do I put first? Do I put my performer first or my show first?
Right.
I mean, it's more interesting if I say something. So, Apple.
I agree.
Can we?
Kimbledorn. These are my parents, Mom, Dad. This is Kimbledorn. He's our ringmaster at the moment. He just took over this year.
Flourish of a bow. Do you have a moment?
Yes. Like a short moment, or like a long moment, or like
maybe a medium moment in private.
Sure. Give me like 2 seconds.
Okay. I'll kind of step away.
Yeah. He's about to give you some bad news, your mom says.
Yeah, I get that feeling. So I'll see you at the show later. And you'll get to see, hopefully me not getting stabbed tonight, because that would be bad. Yeah.
And I think your dad says, well, the goal of any show is to, and your mom like finishes it for him, is like to make it to the next show.
Exactly. We've got a really good healer, I hear. I haven't had to use him myself, but that's what I hear.
And I think like your dad is the cautious one, and your mom is usually the one who will push it, right? And so she's like, "You'll get it. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Fine.
He's like, and like, but I think among performers, when people really talk, they talk about how exciting your mom is, and how your dad's kind of been doing the same thing for a really long time, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know. There's that balance. They get out of there so that you can talk to the guy and talk to Kimbledorn.
So my jolly old elf.
What's up with this performance? I'm hearing it's not going well.
I have every confidence in old. What's his
Star?
name? Star. Thank you.
Yeah, I think he's got like a star over one eye, right?
Yeah.
So it's
nice.
I think he'll get it. I think he just needs to relax and let it flow. And if not, it'll be exciting.
That's not the kind of excitement we want. That's not.
You're telling me.
I mean, yeah, it's your body on the line, but
I think he'll pull through, and if he doesn't, I think I'm good enough to duck without it hitting the crowd.
Do I need to talk to him?
I think if you talk to him, it'll make it worse.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, he's already nervous, and he knows he's screwing up, so I told him to go, calm down, have a meal, get a drink, one drink.
Do we need to scrap it? Do something else without swords?
We will play it by ear.
What about use a stunt sword? No stabby.
It's a possibility.
Okay. Well, I trust you.
We could probably use like mostly stunt swords with like 1 or 2 live ones,
what's Apple's like normal performance attire like? Like, is it very skimpy and revealing, or is it a little more embellished, or?
It's not revealing, but it is form-fitting, because you have to be able to move without stuff getting in the way.
So we're probably not squeezing some stuffing in anywhere.
Oh, yeah, no, she can't put like Kevlar, what's it called, a flak jacket on underneath it. Yeah, no, that's not gonna
work. Fair enough. Okay. I might. You said he was going to go have a drink.
Yes.
Maybe I'll give him a little something to calm his nerves.
Not too calm, because he doesn't need to catch.
Wait, is this like the afternoon before the performance, or is it like tomorrow?
I think it's like later today.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's concerning. Okay, I'll keep an eye on him.
I mean,
Cool.
if you've got something that'll like mostly wear like Xanax, not like what's the other?
Yeah, something
Not
to just
like
take the edge off.
something that's gonna put him to sleep. I am bad with drugs, so I don't know.
I know what you're thinking of, and I can't think of it either.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kimball Dorn? What are you going to do?
That's not what I wanted to Google at all.
Or should I cut to Black Rasp and we'll cut back to you?
Yeah, because I kind of want to look over my character sheet and my moves.
Awesome. Yeah. Look it over. Yeah, Black Rasp. I think you get, you both are kind of putting your capes back on, and she says you shouldn't come back. It's dangerous that you were here at all. But thank you for visiting.
Well, thank you. I was looking for something, and I think I found it. There's no happiness here.
There is security here.
There is.
I know where my next meal is coming from.
And the dogs, I saw them, and the wall, and the iron fence. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. What do you want me to do? Run away with you, Black Rasp?
To the circus, yeah.
Oh, you're serious?
If you're serious.
Aren't we getting a little old for this?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're gonna have to open up to her if you wanna.
Ooh, that's a straight up roll.
All right.
No plus, no minus. Here it is. Oh, Judge, you're killing me, man. I have a 5.
Yeah.
Dude, Judge just like jinxed us, man.
Black Rasp, what are you saying when she interrupts you and kisses you on the head and says goodbye, Raspberry? Like, what is the sentence you're saying? Like, yeah.
I think I'm talking up circus life, right? How we could be happy together. I'm bringing up some of the old happy memories from the circus, about being not human, right? Leaning into our fairy nature, right?
Yeah.
And it is the human nature where we lose our happiness.
Yeah. I think you're in mid-sentence and she gives you a goodbye kiss and turns around and walks out of your life forever. And I think what was like holding onto your spring, I mean, I think you've gone full winter now. Like it's
yeah.
Like, I imagine your hand going into your pocket and finding the brass knuckles right there.
Yeah.
And it's
my downy beard. I'm my downy beard, and I got my brass knuckles on, and I'm like, all right, okay, all right,
yeah,
I'll be happy though.
I'll be happy.
That's right. I'll be happy.
Do you sneak back out, or do you like what does Winter Black Rasp do?
That's different. I think he sneaks. Spring? Yeah, okay. I think he sneaks back out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it is enough, cranky or not. I think it is enough to know that settling, doing this human thing, that's not where the happiness is.
Yeah.
And he's done all he could do, right? He saw her, he made her an offer, it didn't work out, so he's done all he could do.
Cool.
So yeah, I think you're right. I think he embraces his winterness.
Yeah.
And he takes his cranky butt back to the circus.
Yeah. How could Kimball Dorn and Apple Moon Mist notice Like, what do you think they notice about you as you come back to the circus?
Yeah, so I think where he had bright eyes and summer colors, I think he's more of a speckled black and white. His feathers are right.
Oh wow!
Yeah. No pine cones, right? But he might be popping red berries, right, and snapping at these red berries as he tosses them up, right? And I think on his right hand, right, he's forgotten to take his brass knuckles off, right?
Oh,
so they're on his right hand as he's throwing these berries up and snapping at him, right?
Yeah. Love it. Cool. I think we can end right there for the break, and that's about a little over an hour. We can take our bio breaks and do our thing. Where's the brand? There it is. I will put up the be right back thing, and we will be back in a few minutes, maybe somewhere between 5 and 10, and we will do the show and get anything else wrapped up that needs doing, and then say goodbye to Black Rasp and Kimball Dorn and Apple Moon Mist and the circus for a while. And yeah, it's nice. I like there's something I like about ending summer fictionally when it's not over yet. I find that very satisfying because it's hot as hell here.
It is hot.
And I'm just like, damn, this is a fantasy I can get into.
To start the grill, and it was like the floor was already lava outside. Like,
yeah, it's something like I'm definitely daydreaming of autumn, and it's also my favorite season. So
it's my favorite too. Yeah,
it's apple cider donuts. Cool. Come on.
Yeah. Absolutely. We do have an apple festival in town. I mean, this is orchard country up here in upstate New York. So
we have
I will
south of Kansas City. So
yeah,
what's that?
We have one just south of Kansas City.
Oh, nice. Nice. Cool. I will see you all in 5. And thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see you soon. Boop. We know you can hear us. It's okay.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. Don't look behind the curtain. The clowns don't like it.
The pork is porking. I had to go pull it off the smoker. It's yummy.
You had to call somebody at work? The mic is hot, just so you know. We're out in the world.
No worries.
Okay, just let you know.
Yeah.
You want to...
I don't know. I said I had to go pull the pork off the smoker.
Oh, I thought you said I had to call one of my coworkers.
No,
and I was
no.
And I was like, man, you said that with intensity. Is everything okay?
Yeah. The pork is now off the smoker and it's cooling down.
Nice.
We'll package it up for the freezer.
1 second.
Eat it next week and it'll be delicious.
Let me share one link with a friend of mine, and we will get this party started. Cool. All right. Let's finish this sucker up.
Hi.
Private chat. 1 second. I did not. Everybody's back. Everybody's back. That's what they're saying.
Yep, everybody's back.
Yep. Let's do it. Hey, we are back, and the show is things are getting started. People are getting excited. People are spilling out from the town, and the chili kickoff, and the cider, the apple cider potatoes, donuts, apple cider donuts. I don't even know what that is. That was
have you eaten tonight, Joe?
I have. I can't eat gluten, so I don't get to eat donuts all that often. Like I get to occasionally. So when that was definitely a distracting. Like the idea of donuts is just a distracting, especially like I don't live in New York City where just like gluten-free treats just like fall out of buildings and randomly like fall into your mouth. So yeah, it's a little harder to get.
A gluten-free apple cider donut.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Totally
I'm more of a cake style, so you can get.
Yeah.
Every Friday, I used to go to a gluten-free Chinese food place and get some great dumplings, and then go down this half a block down the street and get this gluten-free red velvet cupcake. That was just unreal.
Nice.
But so anyway, there are I know all that stuff is out there somewhere. But it is not necessarily
the chat. Apple cider potatoes, those are yams.
Yes.
It's funny. I actually do use apple cider in my candied sweet potatoes because if you boil it down, it makes a lovely glaze.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, people are making their way to the show, and
how did we get here?
I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? We're laughing. We're having fun. And, things are starting to heat up. And I think Black Rasp, you see one of Old Star comes to you.
Yeah.
And says, hey, some of the clowns from the other show across town, we know they're at the Cortland Tavern right now. Before the show starts, we're going to give them a little hell. You want to help?
Are you now?
Yeah.
How's your act tonight? Aren't you throwing knives?
Yeah.
Are you good? You ready?
He lies and says, yeah.
Are you now?
Okay, he's creeping me out.
I've seen birds do that, right?
Yeah, totally.
It's Apple's birthday week, yeah?
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
It'd be a shame if something happened to her. Have you given her a birthday present?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't wait for an answer. I cut him off.
Yeah.
I have not.
Draw someone out. roll. You're getting to him. You're digging into
+2 at draw someone out.
Awesome.
And my streak is broken. Yes. I have a 10 on the dice at +2. That gives me a 12. Judd.
Yep. Do it. Ask 2 questions.
I was scared for a minute there.
Yeah.
Though. When you draw someone out, roll 2 questions. What are you afraid I'll do?
Now he's afraid you'll rat him out to Kimbledorn and stop the clowns before they go across town and raise hell.
Yes.
In Appleton, like full-on clown brawl at the Cortland Tavern.
Nice. What are you forgetting, ignoring, or keeping from yourself?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way he's gonna like have a fight. And even if he wins the fight, like best case scenario, he wins the fight and comes back with fight adrenaline and then throws a knife into Moon Mist. Like there's no way this works with him doing well at the show is what he's not telling himself.
Nice.
And he's kind of looking, what he really doesn't want to admit is he's looking to blame his failure on the other clowns and fighting them.
Gotcha.
That is what he's really not wanting to admit, is that he is getting this going so that he doesn't have to blame himself.
1 star. I pull out a honey cake and I break it in half. And I give him half. And I say, eat this. Have a honey cake with me. This is my birthday present to Apple. Our birthday present to Apple.
We shouldn't eat it.
And then I pour him a little tea, and I give him some tea. I eat the honey cake, drink the tea.
Yeah, he eats it.
It's good, yeah.
Man, still good.
Yeah, so good. It's very
How
good.
is it still good? It's been half the
honey
summer.
cakes.
You bought this 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. It's a honey cake. And then I my little teacup, we cheers.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Apple Moon Mist. Yes, to Moon Mist, right? When you serve someone tea and honey cakes, roll.
Is it tea or is honey cakes actually in there?
It's in there. Tea and honey cakes.
Wow.
Your magic can help them change their fate.
Nice.
Oh. We're gonna have to talk to the guy.
Yes, I have +1 on serve them tea and honey cakes.
Love it.
And I have an 11 on the dice.
Yeah.
I should pick the camera up so you can see it.
Yeah,
I'm at a 12.
I trust y'all. If I didn't, I don't know what I'd be doing here.
On a hit, they may, as they wish, become invisible until the next setting of the sphere's sun or moon. But more importantly, on a 10+ hit, choose one of the following that they may, if they wish, also receive. I'd like to give him comfort, calm, and courage.
Nice.
Awesome.
Right?
Oh, that's good.
But I say, hey, but, only if you turn around and you go back and practice and get this show right, I will deal with the clowns.
Shit. He says, okay, I got it. Thanks, Black Rasp. And I think like he goes back in and like what the camera, like what we don't see, you say happy birthday one more time. And like, he shrinks like you just cursed him, right? Because you're like, you're scary. And I think he goes back in and like, you know, Old Star, we said is one of the younger clowns. And he says, guys, you can put we're not going out. Black Rasp says he's got it. And one of the older clowns says, is he gone winter early? And he goes, oh, I didn't even, yeah, I guess so. And they're like, maybe we should warn the clowns. I mean, maybe we should warn them. And they're like, one of the other ones like, F them. They deserve what they're getting. And they're like, are you sure?
Are you sure?
And then they're like, was his beard downy? And he was like, I didn't notice, but yeah, now that he was like, was he holding his brass knuckles? He was like, I didn't know what those were. Yeah, I didn't even realize. They were like, get your makeup on, folks. We're not going anywhere near the Cortland Tavern for a while. And they were all like, okay. And Kimball Doran, when you see the clowns like pile out of the of their tent, you see Old Star, and he gives you a confident wink, like, I got this. And I think like as he's going by, in one hand he's got two knives going, like he's got two knives juggling.
It looks like he's got this.
Yeah, totally he does.
Well, then it seems like he got what he needed.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
Seems that way. Yeah. I think Apple, when you come to the warm up tent, before the people get in there, Old Star is juggling with one of the other clowns, and the timing is there. He's like, "Hey, Apple, Black Raspberry gave me some tea and honey cakes, and now I'm ready to roll. Let's do this."
Like to see it fired up. This is going to be a great show. It's going to be fun.
No one's getting stabbed.
Except
maybe some clowns over at the Cortland Tavern.
I'm sorry, what?
I was just joking about the clowns at the other show.
You know that's my parents' show, right?
Yeah. No, I know. No one's really going to get stabbed, I don't think.
Probably. Maybe.
Black Rasp doesn't have a knife, does he?
I don't have a knife.
That is tomorrow's Apple's problem.
Yeah, I think like, the show is starting, but we like, in the past when that music starts, we go into the tent and we see Kimball Doran like giving the thing, and this time the camera backs out and out and out and out into town, to where you can just barely hear the music, and we see Black Rasp, right? Where are you so you can see the tavern? Like, are you up on a sign or on a fence post, or are you just like in an alley nearby?
I think I'm up on the sign and I'm waiting for these clowns to come out.
Oh, nice. Yeah. They pile out, and one of them says like, I thought the other show's folks were going to show up. And they're like, those clowns aren't worth the paint on their faces.
Yes, that's my guy. So I jumped down on that guy, the one who spoke first.
Yeah.
And I grabbed that guy. I'm trying to trigger when you waylay someone.
Yeah, you waylay. I mean, you are waylaying them. Yeah, so
yes.
Make that roll.
Nice. I have.
Yeah, you fall on him like Batman, right? You
yes.
Just like, it is
straight down from the sign, yes. With my brass knuckles. Yes. I get +2 on waylay them.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
I've been waiting 3 games for this.
Oh, dear.
I also have +2.
Oh, dear. I rolled an 8, so +2 puts me at a 10.
Nice.
Yep.
On any hit, they must drop everything and deal with your attack.
Oh,
on
wow.
a 10+, choose 2 of the following. Yeah, so I think when Black Rasp jumps down, the first thing that hits the clown is his brass knuckles. So I strike them violently, wounding and dismaying them.
Yeah.
You reckon? I'm making. Go ahead.
Do you break a nose? Do they lose teeth? Like what happens here?
I
mean, brass knuckles. You know, brass knuckles.
Yeah,
this is a terrible thing.
Yeah,
like,
I think, I think it's I break a nose.
Something breaks. Like, is it nose? I figure it's like, it's nose, teeth, or orbital, right? Like those are the things that break on a face. So
no, it's nose. He's a clown. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Nose. break his nose, right?
Nice. Yeah, I think his eyes start to swell and blood comes down, and I think the other clowns kind of like fan out.
Right.
One of them, trips and falls, but the rest are up, and but the big guy is down. Yeah, he's at your feet.
Nice. So I will seize bodily hold of them. And
okay.
So I kind of have him, but I'm looking at the others.
Yeah.
And I say, this clown business is done, right? There's no clown on clown violence. We're not doing this, right?
I can't believe that sentence happened. Is it gonna get any better than that in a circus game? Is it? I just don't think it is. I think we should just cut right there, just end it. Everything else is gonna be a letdown.
I think you're right. I think that's it.
No. I love it. Wow. Yeah. So I just saw a move that I like. When I want a suggestion, a prompt, a setup, some backup, some crowd control, a safety wire, or a hand action off someone else, call for a line. The other players in the MC should offer the best help and suggestions they can, take them up on it. And so I guess my question to Jeremiah and Misha is like, what do you think those clowns do? Do they back off, or are they on the wire here? And is there another role we need to get to? What are you thinking?
I think with like actual violence and bodily harm happening, like that's not what they were signing up for in a clown fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was supposed to be like slapstick humor.
Yeah, it's all going to be rubber chickens and pies and foam bats and.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
They were expecting wiffle balls, and they got
face
like
will never be the same.
To the face.
Yeah, I'm down with that. And yeah, I think the other clowns, they back up and say, "Hey, Mr. Raspberry, we didn't want any trouble."
I let that clown go. I say, good, because I don't want any either.
And yeah, they walk away. And you're done. Where do you wash the blood off of the brass knuckles?
Somewhere between that tavern and heading back to the circus.
Right.
I'm assuming I'll run across.
Yeah.
Somewhere to
somebody's laundry.
Yeah.
Or somebody's, like a pump, in somebody's front yard.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I cleaned it up. Yeah. Sounds
good. That's all I wanted to know.
Freaking clowns.
Yeah, Kimball Dorn. You can feel that the town is having a tough time, and I think this is the first show where we don't need a show for anyone in the circus. Maybe we need one for the town itself.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing to kind of speak to that? These people who are out of work and having a tough time.
Yeah, I had a few thoughts. Like it could be like like the all those people that were like down on their luck, like maybe they could get a free ticket or a discount ticket, or
right,
they could work a couple hours for a ticket because there's no. Actually, I like that idea that because it helps them kind of keep their pride a little bit, that they're not just taking a handout. And, because they're already feeling like they didn't get to work and earn what they wanted to. So there's always work to be done in a circus. So I think anybody can come in for an hour or two of work, and they can watch the circus. They can watch.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I think because of that, your stands are really packed. So I think opening night, is the one night where you and the other circus like go head to head and like do not stagger times and just go for it. And I think because of that, you've got a lot more, happy butts in the seats, and families who really need a laugh and are really looking for something.
And maybe they'll buy concessions.
They definitely will. They definitely will. Cool. Anything special you want to say as you intro Apple Moon Mist and Old Star doing the sword and dagger juggle?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I'll do kind of the like opening spiel, and then I'll start talking about how today is actually a very, very special day. And there's this moment because there's like a spotlight on me, and maybe the lights go out, and then the curtain at the back of the tent opens up, and the spotlight aims at the curtain, and then here comes a couple of I want to say farmhand, whatever the farmhand equivalent for circus hands.
Yeah.
Come wheeling this cart in with a life-size cake that's shaped like apple, probably an apple flavored cake, just to go. Yeah. Because I always pull through on my big, and then the lights all come up. Maybe there's a spotlight that if Apple's kind of off to the side of the ring or something, and yell to the crowd that we're all here to celebrate Apple Moon Mist's show or a birthday, and that she's got a very, very special performance planned on this auspicious day.
Love it. Sounds good. What does Apple do as like the crowd sings happy birthday to her with the whole circus?
She's like, she's hamming it up. She's like waving and like every now like going out and like pulling scarves out of little kids' ears. And just totally hamming it up as she walks around until she gets to the cake. And then she like mimes thinking hard, making a big wish, and then blowing out the candle.
Yeah. Love it.
Nice.
Love it. Yeah, I think you're like everybody's darling and everyone loves you. And Old Star kind of stops things and says, Apple, it's time to work. And he's got like, all of the swords in one hand and all the daggers in the other, kind of like crossed, 5 in each. And, this is part of the show, but like the audience is having like, a reaction
she puts up her hand for him to throw one.
Yeah. And I think like, he throws it and the handle like hits her hand perfectly. And I think the juggling begins as you two start to do something dangerous. I don't think we need a roll. I thought we would. What do you think? Is there anything here?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like you take people out, from their drudgery for a bit. There are a bunch of circus powers. And I think Mr. Delicious and his bride, the Black Swan, are in the audience. Do their fortunes change? Does anything happen? That is a circus power.
Ooh.
What do you all think?
I don't know if it's the Deliciouses that change or the towns that change.
Cool. Yeah. Let's take the spotlight off of them and go to the working folks who are having the tough time? What changes about their fortune?
What if there's suddenly like all of a sudden there's like a second harvest available that wasn't there the day before?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. Sounds good. Yeah, something. Maybe the despite Black Rasp's early wintering, there is a longer summer that extends into September, and it allows for another harvest. Love it. There's a whole new batch of apples that comes out.
Right.
And this time, like, the blight that had been on in the summer is not there, and everybody kind of gets rehired. Sounds good. Love it. Cool. As we kind of step away, like, what is our last glimpse of each of the characters?
Ooh.
What is our last look at them? Black Rasp. What is the last thing we see as we're putting things away for the season?
I think, yeah. I think Black Rasp, some of his trappings is a small, tidy wagon, but it's full of stuff, right? And I think he's shuffling things around, right? And then he finds a small box that he opens up, kind of checks in on, and in there we see his provisioner suit and hat and stuff. And so he kind of checks, makes sure it's all good and good repair. Then he closes it back up and he puts it closer to the end of the cart, so it's easy to get to. Getting ready for next season, right?
Cool.
When he's the provisioner again, right?
Yeah.
So he kind of sets that away. So he's looking forward. Even though winter, he's got a season to get through, but he knows that.
Yeah.
Right.
Does he keep that old picture of him and Black Swan up on his mirror, or does he fold it up and put it away? Or
yeah, I think he does. I think he folds it up and he puts it away. Yeah, I think he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Love it. Kimball Dorn, how about you? As things, do we see him as people are kind of exiting the tent and having a good night, or is it a quieter moment after the show is well and good and over and people are cleaning up?
Yeah, I think it's maybe a little bit later after the show is done. People are all gone. Things are getting cleaned up, and I think we see Kimball Dorn and Timble in Kimball Dorn's wagon, and he's got all sorts of books. So I think he's sort of got a book open, and he's maybe there's diagrams and things we can see, and he's kind of pointing some stuff out and maybe demonstrating some kind of simple prestidigitation to Kimball.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So,
that's awesome.
Kimball, yeah.
Nice. Love it. Yeah, that's it. He's Apple. What's our last glimpse of Apple? What's our last glimpse of her?
I think you see her in her cart, and over in the corner there's this egg, and you hear it pecking, and something starts coming out, and it's a wee little dragon, and it hops on her shoulder, and she says, "Next season's gonna be fun."
Awesome. Was that your mom's gift?
No. So one of my trappings was a dragon egg.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I did not even realize that was there. That's great.
Yeah, some of these trappings are really cool.
Yeah. Chekhov's dragon egg. I mean, of course. That's great. Thank you all for playing that with me. That was very, very satisfying. It was nice to get to know those folks. Cool. Thank you all for listening and joining us for these 3 games. We will be talking about what we're going to do next. I'm hoping to maybe hand the GMing off to somebody, because I I don't know, the term forever GM vexes me. And I think it's weird when people say they're a forever GM. I'm like,
right.
Is that by choice?
Are you now?
Yeah. Are you? I GM a lot, but forever?
Forever's a long time.
Forever's a long time. Yeah. And I know how much I'm loving the A-State game. Like getting to be a player is really cool, and it is a different pressure.
Right.
Like I do come to that game a little more relaxed than I come to this one. You know, however much I should be, however much I say like it's not just the GM's job, it's everybody's job. There's still pressure, and it's nice to play. So we'll talk about that, you know, off screen, and we'll be back we'll be back next week to do some A-State jobbing and see what to do. See what to do then. Jay, anything upcoming you wanna plug before we close the curtain?
A-State. Everything else is work, man. I just and Midjourney. I've been deep thanks to you into some Midjourney stuff, but everything else is pretty much work stuff. Work on Lifted. Work on getting out the zines. Everything's pretty much heads down working stuff. So I will have maybe a better update next Sunday.
Awesome. Cool. Misha, anything in particular?
So I finished the 19th century project, and I started on an 18th century project because I
might as well go back in time. Keep going back.
As well just go back 100 years. It's fine. So I'm working on the stays for that, and then I got to do the robe. I'm doing a 12-yard taking English gown, which is a lot of fabric.
Got it. Well, what is a stay? I don't know what that means.
So the stays are like was a precursor to the corsets.
Got it. Okay.
So they're shaped, they're conical as opposed to trying to give you this kind of hourglass figure.
Yeah.
So think Hamilton era as opposed to Gone with the Wind.
Nice.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's a lot. There's a lot of boning and channels, and it's a very weird shape. And if you told me 5 years ago that I'd be doing this, I'd have laughed at you.
Well, you'll be ready for the Hamilton LARP, and the rest of us will be playing catch up.
Apparently, so we'll see how that goes.
I used to listen to Hamilton on the way to work and back from work. So on the way to work, it was like, yeah, they're in New York City and everything's exciting. And the way back from work was like, everyone's dead in Jersey and life makes no sense. Like I would just be like ready to cry when I got home. I had to change that shit up. It was no good. Yeah. It was no good. I was like, oh, who lives, who dies, who told me the story? Yeah.
I'm watching it burn.
Yes. Anyway, that was a mainstay in my headphones for a long time. Jeremiah, anything in particular you want to shout out as we sign off here? Anything on your mind or?
No.
Sounds good.
No.
All right.
Have fun in Princeton.
Have fun in
Jersey.
Yeah.
Everything's legal in Jersey.
That is what I hear. Yeah, we can end it right there. I'm gonna put up a join us next time, and I mean it. I do mean join us next time, but it won't be at the circus. It'll be either in the city, and then in 2 weeks, who the hell knows where we'll be. So we'll see what we're doing. And thank you all for joining us at the circus, and we'll see you soon. And I'm just gonna do this for Sean, so he has something to. Remember to scream at your neighbors about what you saw here tonight. I have a little too much fun with these things.
I'm noticing.
I'm liking it. And I'm going to end the broadcast. Thanks, folks. It was lovely to have you. Thank you, DLV, for being in our chat. And our chat's always lovely, and it's nice to see you all. And remember, let's just end this clown on clown violence, please. God. That's the best line that's ever been said in any of my games. That was just the best. Oh, shit. And I'm ending this thing.